Okay, good day class. So, for our lecture, we are to discuss kinetics of a particle. We have here the work and energy method. Okay. So, work energy method is used particularly for solving problems involving force, displacement, and velocity. Okay. So, a force F will do work, okay, on a particle only when the particle undergoes a displacement in the direction of the force. Okay? So our formula would be simply work is equal to force times distance. So ang unit natin dyan would be 1 joule, that is equal to Newton meter, since the unit of force is Newton and distance is in meters. In US or English system, we have feet pound or inch pounds. So we have three frequently occurring forces. Okay, number one, we have the work associated with a constant external force. If we have a block and subjected to a force, then it will move at this direction from figure 1. Okay, so we have here, if the force is at an inclined, at an angle with the horizontal. Okay, so consider the constant force P applied to the body as it moves from the position 1 to position 2, as shown in the figure 1. So with the force F and the displacement x written as vectors, the work done on the body by the force is equal to P cosine alpha times the x. So take note that meron lang tayong work done doon sa x component ng force natin. Tama? Since yung P, meron tayong Px tsaka Py. Px mo is P cosine alpha. Yung Py mo na ang direction niya is upward, that is P sine alpha naman. So, yung as you can see, yung displacement natin is yung horizontal yung direction niya. So, walang work done yung vertical force or vertical component ng P. Okay? So, one thing that you have to take note would be a force F will do work on a particle only when the particle undergoes a displacement in the direction of the force. Tama? Ibig sabihin, dapat parehas yung direction ng force dun sa direction ng displacement. Nakuha? Saka lang tayo magkakaroon ng work. So, if you remember, this was discussed in your physics, kung naalala nyo pa. So, one thing na dapat na inote natin is, magkakaroon lang tayo ng work done if same ang direction ng force dun sa direction ng movement. Or parallel sila. Tama? So, like this one, the P cosine alpha is the x component. Parallel yan dun sa distance L or yung distance x natin. Okay? So, yung y component ng P, walang force, okay, wala siyang work done yung y component ng P since it is perpendicular doon sa displacement. Okay? Nakuha? So, you have to take note of that. Number 2, work associated with a spring force. So we consider here the common linear spring of stiffness K. So the stiffness is in Newton over meter or pound over feet, where the force required to stretch or compress the spring is proportional to the deformation x in meters or in feet, as shown in the figure. So the formula, the work done on the body by the force is, so kapag merong spring, the work done by the spring, okay, is equal to 1/2 kx squared. Okay. Where the k is yung stiffness natin, which is constant yan. And yung x squared natin, that would be the yung displacement. Okay? So, that's for the work associated with a spring force. So, work is equal to 1/2 kx squared. Now, we have the work associated with weight. Okay. So if the altitude variation is sufficiently small so that the acceleration of gravity g may be considered constant, the work done by weight of the body shown in figure 3 as the body is displaced from an arbitrary altitude y1, okay, to a final altitude y2. Yan. So the initial position 1 up to 2. So the work done, okay, by the associated with weight is you have the work is equal to, so force times distance. So force is yung weight natin, tama? Ang unit ng weight is Newton also, times the distance that it moves or yung displacement niya. Tama? Ang displacement ng from figure 3 from point 1 to 2 is, tama, y2 minus y1, then we get this distance. Okay. So that is equal to mass times the gravitational acceleration. The weight is equal to mg, right? Then y2 minus y1. Now we have the principle of work and kinetic energy. So the kinetic energy denoted by KE or capital letter T. Okay, so of the particle is the total work which must be done on the particle to bring it from a state of rest to a velocity v. Okay. So it is defined as the kinetic energy KE or T is equal to 1/2 mv squared. Okay. The mass of the particle times the velocity. Okay. So kinetic energy is a scalar quantity with the units Newton meter or joules. Okay. So joules class is 1 joule is equal to 1 Newton meter. Okay. Kinetic energy is always positive regardless of the direction of velocity. Now we have the work energy equation. So in the work energy equation, it states that the total work done by all forces acting on a particle as it moves from point 1 to 2 is equal to the change in kinetic energy of the particle. Okay, that is the main formula. So this is the initial kinetic energy T1, okay, plus the sum of all the work equal daw siya dun sa final kinetic energy. Okay? Or pwede rin itong formula na to. We have the pag narinig nyo ang work energy equation, itatak nyo lang sa isip nyo na pag work energy equation, ibig sabihin yung sum daw ng total work done. Okay? Lahat ng mga forces dun sa particle. So you have to sum up all the work done by the forces on the particle, equal daw siya dun sa change in kinetic energy. Ibig sabihin, equal siya sa, yan, we have the final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy. Okay? So, or change in T or delta T. So, same lang itong formula na to, class. Yung T1 is nilipat lang natin sa kabilang equation, kaya naging negative siya. Tama? Yan. Daw sa mga libro, or kapag may tayo ay nagsusolve, kadalasan ito ang formula natin, no? Initial kinetic energy plus sum of the work is equal to final kinetic energy. Okay? Or para hindi niyo makalimutan, you can always mas madaling i-remember, I think, yung sum of the work is equal to change in kinetic energy. Yeah. Now we have the power and efficiency. So the capacity of a machine is rated by its power, which is defined as the time rate of doing work. So power is equal to work over time, and sabi natin work is equal to force times distance. Yan, F times X divided by T. Okay? Then or is equal to F times the velocity. Tama, X over T, that is distance over time. Tama, that is speed or velocity. You can note that as V. So, power is also force times velocity. Yan. Again, it is a scalar quantity, and in SI, it has the units of Newton meter per second, okay, or joule per second. So, the special unit for power is the watt, which equals 1 joule per second. In English system, the unit for mechanical power is the horsepower, HP. These units and their numerical equivalences are 1 watt is equal to 1 joules per second. 1 horsepower is equal to 550 feet-pound second, or 333,000 feet-pound per minute. Or 1 horsepower is equal to 746 watts. Okay. Then we have efficiency. This is still under the power. Okay. So the ratio of the work done by a machine to the work done on the machine during the same time interval is called the mechanical efficiency, E, of the machine. That is equal to the power output divided by power input. Next, we have the potential energy. Potential energy is expressed in the same unit as work, in joules and feet-pound in US. So, for under the potential energy, we have the gravitational potential energy denoted as V. So, potential energy class is denoted as V. Yung kinetic energy naman denoted as T. Nakuha? So, V sub G, ibig sabihin, gravitational potential. Okay. So, it is defined as the work, so mass times gravitational acceleration times the height, okay, done against the gravitational field to elevate a particle a distance h. Okay. So, above some arbitrary reference plane called a datum. So, from our reference, kung ano yung height niya nung object or nung particle from our reference. So, mass of the particle times gravitational acceleration 9.81 times the height from the reference plane. So, dun yung ating potential energy. Okay? Kung saan man yung reference. So, gravitational potential energy is equal to mgh. So, going from one level to a higher level, h1 to h2, so the change in potential energy becomes, and we have the h2 minus h1. So, work done by the gravitational force is the negative of the change in potential energy. Okay? Now, we have the elastic potential energy. So, yung we have the sa spring naman, ano? So, the work done which is done on the spring to deform it is stored in the spring and is called elastic potential energy. So, this energy is recoverable in the form of work done by the spring on the body attached to its movable end during the release of the deformation of the spring. So, this is also equal to 1/2 kx squared. So, the same lang dun siya dun sa potential energy, kinetic energy dun sa spring, 1/2 kx squared lang din. Ayan. So, if the deformation, either tensile or compressive, of a spring increases from x1 to x2 during motion, then the change in potential energy of the spring is its final value minus its initial value. Yan. So, x2 final value minus initial. Yan. Okay. The force exerted on the spring by the moving body is equal and opposite to the force F exerted by the spring on the body. So, it follows that the work done on the spring is the negative of the work done on the body. Ayan. Then, we have the conservation of energy. Okay. So, a conservative force does work that is independent of its path. So, two examples are the weight of a particle and the spring force. So, the work done by conservative force depends upon its position relative to a datum. So, friction is non-conservative force since the work depends upon the length of the path. So, the longer the path, the more work done. When a particle moves under the action of conservative forces, the sum of the kinetic energy, okay, T, and of the potential energy V of the particle remain constant. Tama? So, the formula for conservation of energy is T1 plus V1, okay, initial position, time is equal daw siya doon sa the summation of also of your kinetic energy plus potential energy at point 2. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, yung energy natin ay hindi nawawala. kumbaga naipapasa lang siya. So, the potential, the sum of the kinetic energy and the potential energy of the particle remains constant. Okay? If you remember, no, this is the conservation of energy states that energy is neither created nor destroyed. Tama? Yung energy is nandyan lang yan. Hindi siya na create or hindi siya nasisira. Ibig sabihin, yung ginagamit nating energy ay galing din yan sa naipapasa lang siya, no? So the kinetic energy plus potential energy so remain constant lang yan. Okay? So T plus V is total mechanical energy. So that is potential plus kinetic energy. So we have a problem here. Okay. So the crate, which has a mass of 100 kg, is subjected to the action of two forces. So if it is originally at rest, so determine the distance it slides in order to attain a speed of 6 meters per second. The coefficient of kinetic friction between the crate and the surface is 0.2. So, problem number 1. So, since our topic is work and energy, so this is a method of solving dynamics problem using work and energy method. Okay. So, so we have a crate with a mass of 100 kg and subjected to a force as shown in the figure. So, we are to determine, okay, yung distance na mag-slide siya. Okay, in order to attain a 6 meters per second. Okay. So, for our solution, so ang movement natin, so for our free body diagram, the forces that acts, so hindi ko lang nailagay, so dagdag ko na lang, so meron tayong weight dito, yung weight ng crate. The direction of the weight is downward. Okay, so that is 100 times 9.81. So, the given, we have the mass, then the forces. So, from our FBD, you have the normal force, perpendicular dun sa surface natin. Then, you have the frictional force, since you are given a coefficient of kinetic friction. At ang direction ng frictional force natin is to the left, since ang movement ng crate ay to the right naman, no? As you can see doon sa ating the direction of the forces. Okay. So before we can use the formula, okay, that is the initial kinetic energy plus the summation of work is equal to final kinetic energy. Then we can solve for the distance. So first is kunin muna natin yung frictional force. Okay. So, the frictional force class, we have summation of forces along y is equal to 0. Upward positive, since, so equal to 0 yan, since wala ka namang movement vertically. So, that would be a normal force, upward positive, minus yung weight, downward, 100 times 9.81. Okay, minus, minus the force acting on the crate. So, the vertical component of the 800 Newton. So, downward ito, no? So, minus 800 sine 30. Okay. So, the y component of 800 Newton. Plus, the y component of the 1,000 Newton. So, 1,000 times 3 over 5. So, yung 3 is yung vertical, since yung vertical component ang kinukuha natin. So, you multiply it by 3 over 5. This is equal to 0. We have a normal force of 781 Newton. Then solving for frictional force, this is equal to coefficient of kinetic friction times the normal force. So 0.2 times 781, you have a frictional force of 156.2 Newton. Then solving for the distance, so our formula, initial kinetic energy plus the summation of work from 1 to 2 from initial position to final position. So, point 1, initial position. Point 2, final position. Then, is equal daw yan sa final kinetic energy. Or, equal yan sa, ano ang formula natin sa kinetic energy? So, we have 1/2 times mass times the initial velocity squared plus the summation of work is equal to the final kinetic energy, which is equal to 1/2 times the mass times the velocity, the final velocity squared. Okay. So, putting all the values, so 1/2 times the mass, 100. So, sa initial kinetic energy, 0 ang ating velocity since from the problem, okay, it is originally at rest. So, kapag originally at rest, ang kinetic energy mo ay 0. Tama? Kasi at rest siya. So, plus 800 cosine. So, the summation of work at ang work natin, tama, ay force times distance. So, force, so yung horizontal component ni 800, that is 800 cosine 30. So, positive since it is with the direction of the displacement to the right. Yan. Times the distance. Tama, work is force times distance. So, we denote it at, we denote the distance as letter S. Yan. Then, we have the work done by the 1,000 Newton. That is 1,000. So, horizontal, no? Horizontal component. So, 4 times 5 times the distance, which is unknown. So, S. Minus yung work done ng friction. Tama? So, negative siya since yung work done ng friction, yung direction ng frictional force is opposite dun sa direction ng displacement. So, again, you are to take note of that. Kapag yung direction ng force ay opposite dun sa direction ng displacement, negative work yon. So, we have negative 156.2 times the distance S. That is equal to the final kinetic energy. That is 1/2 times the mass, 100 times. So, you have your speed of 6 meters per second squared. So, solving for S, we have 1.35 meters.